spotlight for Casey. But away from the glamour of showbiz is where Casey found her true self and learned the value of independence.
By the way, he excels sa lahat ng tao, all different shapes and sizes. Kailangan gawin lang natin yung trabaho.
Welcome to Bayo!
At 22 years old, Casey Concepcion is on the move. The most famous scion of showbiz royalty, moving forward and drawing raves. She is clearly stepping into her own spotlight.
This life, I grew up watching. I grew up on the outside, looking in. So it's a part of who I am. It helped me be who I am behind the cameras.
Casey Concepcion in the house! 20% discount upstairs! Let's go!
And now, so dynamic is this young lady that she is a lot of different things at the same time. A product endorser, a theater actress, a performer, an advocate, and a role model.
It's a choice because I love it, and I love watching people around me work. You know, the stylists who do their jobs, who spend hours creating, the directors who are in charge of, you know, putting things visually. You know, journalists, reporters, I love watching them.
She chose to follow the path of her own person.
Basically, it's just a lot of labels. Just basically people try to box you into something, to call you
Parents, but Casey is on a mission to make her own destiny and be her own person.
Basically, it's just a lot of labels. Just basically people try to box you into something, to call you this, to call you, you know, it's just, look at the work. What is the kind of work that I do? What are my advocacies? What are the things that I believe in? Who are the kinds of people I like to work with? It's the work that's more important than your label.
A lover of music, just like her mother Sharon Cuneta, nag-audition si Casey sa musical play na Little Mermaid at nakuha ang role na Princess Sapphire. But real fame dawned on her when she turned 18. It was then that the megastar's blossoming daughter was officially introduced to the media and the public. All eyes were on her.
That's a positive thing. At the same time, sometimes it can be a negative thing, and I think it's that balance that empowers me in a way that I don't lie to myself. I'm always honest with myself about what's real, what's superficial, what's fun, and what's dangerous, you know.
Casey started appearing publicly at gaya ng kanyang biological father na si Gabby Concepcion, una siyang lumabas sa TV bilang product endorser.
The reason why she's getting so many endorsers because aside from being an aspirational, everybody wants to be her.
And in the world of advertising, everybody wanted her. Because of her star power, she became a favorite magazine cover model, appearing on a whole slew of glossies. And she was doing all these while studying abroad, what she says to be the turning point of her life. At 19 years old, Casey decided to study in France. Spending half of her life savings, she enrolled at the American University in Paris. She took up international corporate communications and theater arts.
You know, she was the princess of the house, no? The little princess of the house for all that time, and then suddenly, ibabato mo doon, solo flight, bahala ka sa buhay mo, syempre may agam-agam ka, no? But in the end, we were convinced that it would be best for her.
And like many of us striving to be independent, this young woman didn't have it easy.
It was tough for her, no? But we talked. We said you'll be okay, you'll be fine. And then binigyan, you know, ito dapat ganito ha. Sinilista ko pa, ito ang budget mo ha, ganito, kuryente ganito, ano ba mga email, internet, ganito, yung snacks mo, ganito, transportation mo. Meron tinuturuan ko pang mag-budgeting ng kanyang mga daily expenses.
But it was in Paris that she discovered her true self.
I guess seeing different world, also liking cultures, different countries, always coming back to my own. You're able to compare different things. So I think that's a very sort of positive thing to have.
It was also here that she learned to be proud of who she is.
What we realize is the more we entrench ourselves in a culture that is far, far away from ours, the more Filipino we become. Doon kami mas nagkatagalog, doon kami pinaka-jologs, doon kami lahat ng mga jokes namin, kung ano-ano, from Tito Vic and Joey to lahat, doon lumalabas lahat, na nagugulat kami dalawa para alam yung mga jokes na yon.
The progressive way of the West rubbed on Casey, and soon she started looking at things differently.
Ang kaklase niya dyan, taga-Asia, taga-Europe, taga-Africa, taga-America, iba-iba. So siguro doon yung nakita, teka muna. This is my analysis, this is my own, teka muna, kung kayo ganyan, ako, ito ako, Filipina, ganito, ganyan. So parang she was compelled also by the environment, to stand up for her country and her culture and her people.
During breaks from school, she would come home and do the things she was known for, shooting for a TV commercial, posing for a magazine, and organizing charity events. Slowly, her fan base had multiplied. She had become the youth icon of today.
Proud kami kay Casey kasi madalang ka lang makahanap ng artista na proud na na proud siya sa kanyang nationality as Filipino. Naging motto na rin namin na maging nationalistic na rin. Buy Filipino products na rin po kami.
The huge responsibility of being a role model is a tall order, but Casey has learned to keep it in perspective.
I think in a way, you just also have to, you realize it, but then just forget about it. Because you just have to do things. You can't keep thinking. And that's something I had to learn. Know what your role is and maybe feel what responsibility. Pero kailangan mong kalimutan lahat yon para gumalaw ulit. Because then, you'll end up trying to please everyone. And walang mangyayari